Hey guys, this is Satish here, and in the today's video, so many people were like concerned about the non-postponement of the examination for the June 2020. To the institute, the problem which has been faced by the students who are going to appear for the June 2020. So I thought I will do this video and bring it to the notice of the concerned department and the ICAI-CMA. So just to ensure that it is aware of the problems which is being faced by the institute. Okay, so it's been very disappointing to see messages from the students stating that they are unable to study properly because of the non-availability of coaching center and shutdown of all the chapters and all those things. So it is really disturbing, guys. So institute should take at least some kind of action. So I thought I will set some of the problems which institute is facing and the problems which it might occur, probability of occurrence in case if the examination is not postponed. Okay, so yesterday I had one of the student, Gullu VPT, asking, sir, even if lockdown extends pandemic worsen, the institute will ask us to self-study and appear in June. They have clearly said make use of webinars, which is actually useless. So yes, I agree. And she also asked, sir, who will clarify my doubts when I self-study? So who will teach me conceptually? Does the institute want the student to mug up the textbook? So this comment made me so disappointing that the student community is facing the institute, facing the issues, and institute is not taking the action as per the requirement of the student. I understand the pandemic situation is probably a little in control, but seeing the current situation of like past 2 to 3 days, so it might become very worsen. So as already mentioned to you guys in my couple of previous videos, if the coronavirus pandemic becomes worst in by let's say like mid of April or end of April, guys, I can, as already told, I can, based on my knowledge, I can tell you that institute might extend the examination. So we just need to give some time. So with this I just saw said some of the things. So with this video we want to say sorry ICAI-CMA, because you are not listening to our voice. So this is from the students, president sir and concerned examination department, who are supposed to take action on this one. Okay, and uh, institute also need to listen that students have their voice, students have rights to ask anything, and students do have the problem. In case if ICAI-CMA is not listening to us, does it make any sense for the student to continue their CMA? No. Okay, so I just said some of the probable issues in case students are unable to study properly for the June 2020 examination, and there will be a proper possibility of results reduction percentage, president sir. And you might tell that the answer script evaluation will be little leniently corrected. If that is done also, we cannot have a quality CMA. So there might be, as this student has mentioned, she clearly mentioned that institute want us to mug up, so which is not a good sign for a professional course like CMA. Okay, and for sure there will be an increase in the absenteeism, considering students are as of now panic, and with this panicness I can tell you that at least there will be 20 to 30% reduction in the people who are going to attempt the June 2020 examination, because they are, first of all, they are fear, and in case if they go and write the examination, for sure they'll have double fear to face their failure results. Okay, so that is the one probability which I am just seeing, and this will lose the trust from the students community on the ICAI-CMA management, for sure, because ICMA is not listening to the students problem. In case if this is not done, that for sure there will be a reduction in the trust on the CMA management. Okay, and students as of now feeling that the institute is not students friendly, and this will for sure increase, and they try to spread the bad publicity among the student community, which in turn will have a severe impact in the reduction of the registration for the CMA course also, because we are just like as a ICMA, ICMA is working very hard to increase its membership, increase its people in the practice, and is to try to increase it footprint in the accounting definition. All those things will be very difficult, because in case if the institute is not taking any of the action, action, especially in the pandemic situation, the currently what you're facing. Okay, I understand institute will give multiple alternatives, like just to refer the webinars or just to do online coaching, all those things. Sir, also remember there are people who are economically weak and they cannot bear the online coaching classes, which are huge in nature as of now. So they cannot pay 5,000, 6,000 for each of the subject to take the coaching, which is very very bad for the professional students like CMA. Okay, so if you want to take some action, I would urge all the concerned department to take the action immediately and give some possibilities to the students. Okay, I just also requested some of the action plan from the institute based on my interaction with the students, because I being a faculty, I am just trying to give maximum support to the student who are calling me on phone, asking the queries, resolving all the doubts. I'm just doing, but that kind of facility might not be available for all the students who are going to appear in June 2020. So I would request you to reset the exam date only after the end of the lockdown period, because lockdown period has been set until April 14th, I guess, right? So in case if the case, I mean the pandemic case becomes worsen, so there will be a possibility of extension of the lockdown period. So I would request you to revise the date only when there is a end of the lockdown period. If in case if there been extended from 21 days to 51 days, for sure I can assure you what are the problems we just mentioned here, everything will come into a picture, and this will become a reality, which I don't want to see being a CMA and an associate CMA of Institute of uh, cost of contents of India. I would not expect this kind of bad situation coming to our professional. Okay, so I also request institute to have at least a kind of confidence giving to the students in this dilemma by giving an multiple resources for them to study. I understand it's very difficult for the institute to give online coaching, all those things, but at least it can give some of the resources which should be useful in nature, not the webinar which student is mentioning it's a useless webinars. We do not want this kind of webinars. I want institute to give a quality webinars at least on daily basis to all the levels, starting from foundation, intermediate 1 to final 3 and 4, because every student will have their own problems in some of the subjects, which institute should have the webinars continuously. Students are not bothered what is the timing, and there will be students who will be happy to attend irrespective of the webinars conducted on a midnight or in late night or whatever it is. I would request you to have a quality webinars, and I also request institute to take some of the webinars to motivate the students. I would request institute to bring some of the quality motivational speakers to help student to uplift in this bad situation and boost the students confidence. And these are some of the important things which I wanted to tell to you, ICMA. At the end, on behalf of student, we are really sorry, ICMA CMA, for not listening to our voice.